What up, what up, what up, baby? It's your boy G, man, and we're back on with Talking with G, man. We have a great show ahead of us today, y'all. Hey, thank you all for tuning in, man. Hey, remember to like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, man. Hey, we have some good stuff going on today, man. I can't wait to get into it, man. I appreciate you all joining in today. Um, Happy New Year. 2021 is here, man. Remember, go out and vote. January 5th is the last day. Everybody's vote is needed in Georgia. Make sure you go do your part, man. I've done mine. You do yours. And let's continue to turn this thing blue. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Much love to everybody out there, man. I hope your 2021 was a great start. Great things are ahead of us for 2021, man, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. So today, man, we're going to jump into a couple things. We're going to talk NBA basketball. Um, got some surprise teams that are doing well, and some surprise teams that aren't doing as well. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk also about um, we're gonna break it down the West and the East. See who the top teams are, and we'll talk about my Lakers uh, beating up on the Spurs for 2 games in a row. I'm hoping we can play them every day. Shoot, we got their number. Um, so that's always good to see and watch. Also, man, and we're gonna jump into the NFL, of course, man. You know, this is week 16. Uh, the NFL made it through 16 weeks uh, with minor, I guess, complications. Um, but they've made it through, man, and we're on our way to the playoffs. Uh, and not us, but the NFL in itself is on the way to the playoffs. So we're going to jump into that, man. We're going to see the teams that are on the bubble, teams that need help, teams that are in and are resting players, teams that aren't in and are resting players. Uh, just so other teams won't get in, it seems like. So we're going to jump into that, man, and hopefully we can get my boy Mike Prince on the show later on and allow us to go back and forth. And if anybody else wants to get on, man, just let me know, man. And you should be able to log in um, either through Facebook or through StreamYard. If you do want to get in, man, put it in the comments, and I'll send you a link as well. So, hey, I'm looking forward to this episode, man. This episode I don't know. It's been uh it's been a long season. Um, so, but this is this first season of Talking with G, and looking forward to many more. So give me 1 second. Let me get my notes and stuff together. All right, all right, all right. We back. We back. All right. Let's get it, man. Um, so we're gonna jump into this NBA season, man, and talk about these the East and the West. Y'all know if you watch the show, my boy and I, Mike Prince, have a bet between if the Hawks will have a better record than the Philadelphia Sixers at the end of the season. And right now, the Philadelphia 76ers are leading the East with a 5-1 record. Atlanta's right behind them with a 4-2 record. Um, so both of the teams are playing well, like we both expected them to do. Dwight Howard is actually fitting in pretty well with that Philadelphia team, and the Hawks have played a pretty, mm, I guess I would say a pretty tough schedule. I think they took an L last night, but I think they took an L because I think they were tired. That was their back-to-back game. They played a tough Brooklyn team in Brooklyn and flew home the night before, man, and came up a little short, man. They looked kind of tired in the fourth quarter in last night's game, but the Hawks are showing y'all, man. They are gonna be tough. They're gonna be tough, man. They have the pieces in place to be a very very good team in that East, and with even without Rondo playing right now, they're still able to be in every game, and that's a mark of a good team, man. You rarely see them getting pushed over or blown out or anything like that. So that's a mark of a good team, man. I think they have. I think Trey Young didn't shoot the ball well yesterday. You're not gonna have very many nights like that. So you will you'll get a better Trey Young in upcoming games, man. Like I said, I just think they was all tired. I think the whole team seemed tired last night. So, uh, but like I said, Philly also was looking good, man. Philly is playing really good ball. And I think it might be some of it might be to the teams they've played. I think the teams they played aren't really that great right now. I think they have wins against the Knicks, the Raptors, um, the Magic, the Hornets, and the Wizards. The Wizards haven't. I think they won one game now. Then the Wizards are 1-4 or 1-5. The Raptors are like 1-4, 1-5. Um, and the Magic were actually playing pretty well. I think they're 3-2 or four. They might be 4-2. They might be 4-2. Um, but they're playing decent. Surprisingly, I didn't expect to see Orlando up there, and Charlotte as well. I think Charlotte is 3-3. Um, or no, 2-3. I'm sorry, Charlotte is 2-3. So they beat up on some teams, man. But they beat up on some teams that aren't really playing that well, and where the Hawks have played um, the Nets, the Bulls, the Grizzlies, and the Pistons, and you'll be surprised on how well those teams are playing or not playing. Um, I think everybody knows what the Nets are. The Nets, surprisingly, are 3-3 though, and um, the Bulls, they are just struggling. That's one team that I thought was going to play a lot better. I thought we'll see Wendell Carter play better, but it's still not clicking for that team yet, man. They have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent over there, but it's just not clicking. I know it's gonna take time. They got a new coach, Coach Donovan over there, and he'll get them boys playing right. It's just gonna take a little more time for them to hit that stride. So um, also the Grizzlies, they picked up a good win last Saturday, but playing without John Morant right now is really putting them at a at disadvantage. Everybody knows the type of player John Morant is, and playing without him right now is tough. It's tough. So, um, but I think they'll turn it around. I think they'll turn it around. Right now, if the playoffs were to start, Memphis would not be in it. And I know it's early, but Memphis wouldn't be in it. And I did predict them to be in it. Right now, the number one seed in the West, you have the surprising Phoenix Suns. Um, they have it clicking over there, man. They're playing really really well. That pickup of Chris Paul CP3 is paying dividends early in the season, man. Early in the season, they have that leader that they needed. So they're playing really well. The Clippers are 4-2, along with the Lakers, who are 4-2, and New Orleans, Utah, Portland, Sacramento, and Houston. That's your top 8 teams right there in the West. And you don't hear Denver in that talk right now, and that is a surprise. And you don't hear, um, uh, like I said, Memphis. You don't hear Memphis in there. You don't hear San Antonio in there. Um, you don't hear the Mavericks in there. So there's some teams in there that you would think would be in there that are not in there, man. So that's a tough one. That's a tough one. So, and I'll go through the East top 8 teams right now. You have Philly, Atlanta, Indy, Orlando, Cleveland, Brooklyn, the New York Knicks, and the Boston Celtics. Um, so the two surprise teams for me in that right now were the New York Knicks, of course, and Cleveland. Um, Cleveland is actually playing pretty decent, man. They beat the Hawks last night, and your boy from Marietta, Georgia, um, Colin Sexton just went off, man. The boy is is getting it together, man. He's always been a tough player, but you can start to see him uh, maturing more and more each year. So yeah, they gave Atlanta a L last night. But like I said, I think that L was basically because they were just wore out. They were just wore out, man. Just didn't have enough energy, and I think a lot of that is about being in shape. Everybody's not in that NBA shape yet. Still, everybody the season did start a little earlier than expected, so they they'll be all right. They'll be all right. So, um, that's what I wanted to talk about with the NBA season, man. Um, like I said, the Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers are having a decent season so far, man, and you're not really talking about them. And I know the Knicks fans haven't seen this in a long time, so I know they don't want to get their hopes up. So you probably don't see a lot of them celebrating or even being happy about their start, man. But you gotta remember they finally have a coach that might be able to get them to play at the level that they should be playing at, man. They have a lot of young talent, man. And Coach Thibodeau, uh, he will definitely get them to use that talent and use it to the best of their ability. So the Knicks are surprising folks, man. Um, the Bucks, the Bucks, they're not really they're not really clicking, man. They're not clicking like you would want them to click. Um, I think they're scoring points, but their defense is playing like trash for some reason. Picking up Drew Holiday, I just knew that their defense would be even better than it was last year. And you had the defensive player of the year in Giannis, but they're not playing up to par. They're not playing up to par, man. So that's a surprise that the Bucks right now are not even in the top 8, and like this, and Cleveland is playing well in the top 8. Orlando is, I thought they'd be in the top 8, but I thought they'd probably be like 8. But they're playing well. They're playing well. So, but the season's early, man. I'm not naming them um, championship contenders. I'm just letting y'all know in the early parts of the season what's going on and who's not playing up to par. So, uh, you wouldn't expect Toronto to struggle like they're struggling with the um, veteran leadership that they have on that team. That's a veteran team, man. So you wouldn't expect them to really play uh, as poorly as they're playing right now. And is it that other teams are catching up with Toronto, or is Toronto just coasting right now? I'm not really sure. But this shortened season, man, you can't do a whole lot of coasting. I think you got to get in and get out right now. You got to get these wins in. This season's not going to be as long, so these losses and wins are going to cost a little more than they would in the 82 game season. So I think they want to turn it around, but they got to start playing better now. Like I said, this season is not long. Um, the Knicks have beat some pretty good teams. They're beating the Bucks, and they're beating the Pacers, who are playing well. So I think the Pacers are also 4-2. So yeah, so the Knicks, man, the Knicks are rolling. Knicks are rolling, man. They're in the talkings right now, and like I said, they have some young pieces. People forget they still have Julius Randle, who's a dog, and he can go off for at any time. And R.J. Barrett, who I'm still not high on, he's still inconsistent from a shooting point, shooting aspect of the game. He can drive, you know, but he still has to work on that shooting, man. But they have some good pieces, man. The Rook, I think he's out right now, but they have high hopes for the Rook and the Knicks as well. So that's what I want to talk about, man. I want to start this episode off talking about the NBA. I think we got something going between my boy Mike and myself, man. I think we picked some pretty good teams to be battling at the end. So I'm really curious to see how it works out. Um, let me see here. All right. So let's segue into this NFL season. Week 16. You have teams fighting for a playoff spot. You have teams sitting players, and you have. Oh shoot, my boy is on. Hold on, let me get my boy in here. Add to stream. There we go.
What's up, boy?
What's up, my dog?
Chilling.
Hey, the boy got his Zeke jersey on today. What's up? What's up?
Sir, dog. Hey,
Yes,
man, we need this
sir.
today, man. We need this
Yes, sir.
today, man. We need
Let me.
this today.
Hey, everybody, man. This is Mike Prince, man. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. Welcome to the show, my dog. Talking with G here. Y'all know how we do, man. We about to have a great show. Um, we're gonna talk a little NFL, talk a little NBA, and of course, my boy. I'm sure he has some questions for us. So let's jump on in, bro.
All right. Let's get it, dog. So right now, Philly is leading the East, and I kind of, predicted that, but like you said, it's still early.
Mm-hmm.
And so where do you think Boston's gonna end up at, man? I mean, the way they're playing right now, where do you think they will end up at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, man, I think Boston will end up in the top four. Um, I don't think they're gonna stay at 8. I don't think they're gonna be in the bottom half of the East. I think definitely they will jump up. Um, they played a pretty tough schedule, man. They might have played the
Yeah.
toughest schedule out of everybody so far. So I definitely see them going all the way up to 2 or 3. You know,
Okay.
what about you?
I think Boston will be in the third category, but it all depends on how Philly's gonna play, and with the Nets are kind of up and down right now. This is what I'm thinking. This is okay. I'm thinking it's gonna be the Nets and the Sixers in the Eastern Conference Finals. What do you think
Right.
about that?
The Nets and the Sixers. Um, I don't see that. My
Okay.
pick for that is I'm still going with the Celtics and the Nets.
Celtics and the Nets.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
still going with
Okay.
Celtics and the Nets on that one. Um, I still don't believe in even though the Sixers are 5-1. I still don't believe in them. Uh,
Why
I
is that?
just the teams they've played aren't really that playing that well. They beat up on Toronto. They
Okay.
beat up they beat up on let's see the Knicks, the Magic, uh, the Hornets, and the Wizards.
Okay. Okay.
So the Wizards, I think they only won one game. That
Yeah.
that that relationship between Westbrook and them doesn't seem like it's working out. The Wizards, they one game. He didn't play.
No.
So yeah, but they did beat the Magic, who are playing decent, and they did beat
Yeah.
they beat the Hornets as well. I mean the Knicks, and the Knicks are actually in the top 8 right now. So
I know. Isn't that
that
shocking, dog? I can't.
that
I'm
is surprising. That
tripping
is
on that.
surprising.
I'm totally tripping on the Knicks, man. I thought
Yeah,
they'd be at the bottom of the league right now, but they're playing pretty decent.
yeah.
And
They got a good
Orlando,
coach, man.
Orlando-
They got a good
yeah,
coach. They got a good coach now. So I think that makes a difference, man. That makes a
it makes
difference.
a big, it makes a big old difference. Now, the Grizzlies. So with John Morant, what's going on with him? How far do you think they gonna go?
They're gonna be in trouble, man, if they can't get job back soon. Um,
Yeah,
they pulled out a win this past. I think they beat Orlando Saturday,
yeah,
surprisingly. Um, but they they need Ja, man. Ja is the engine that keeps that thing
yes,
going.
sir.
If they don't have Ja, man, they're gonna be in trouble. They're gonna be in
Yes,
trouble.
sir.
So
I agree about that, man. The East has got a lot of competition in it right now, man. I'm surprised how everything's rolling out. It's not just a scenario to where there's just one or two dominant teams. Because the
mhm.
Bucks, man, wow, can you believe the downfall of the Bucks, bro?
Yeah, hey,
Wow. I'm
they
not gonna say
they
downfall right now. I'm not gonna say downfall right now, but the adversity that they're running up against that they're not showing that they should be showing as we
mhm.
expect them to show. Because last year the record was a lot different when it came to the beginning of the season.
Yeah, yeah. They are not playing up to par. They are not playing up to par, man. And I'm not sure what it is. Because you can't say it's the offense because I think they're leading the league in offense.
Yeah, they are.
But I think they're they're so inconsistent, man. They'll play they'll blow one team out by 40 and then go lose by 30 the next day against the Knicks. It's like you don't know what you're getting out of them. So I'm not really sure, man, what's going on with the Bucks. Um, they have a decent team, so you would expect them to be in the top 8, but
But what shooters do they got, man? They really don't have a lot of shooters.
no, they don't have a lot of shooters, man. Yeah, I mean they still rely on their starters. Their
Yeah.
bench doesn't really bring anything to the table. So yeah, you're right, man. Um, I saw your boy. I can never think of his name, man, for the Bucks. Number 22. He and uh he and Giannis got into it. Not got into it, but
Yeah, they had a good. Yeah, I know you're talking about. They had a little disagreement because they
yeah,
wasn't playing what they should be playing.
right on the sideline, man, and um, but I think that's good. I think they need to have somebody that can get in Giannis's face and get on him. Um,
Yeah.
and he and they responded to it pretty well. So that's a good thing too.
All
But yeah,
right. All right. Question. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you
You
good,
think
bro.
Giannis could have went on and went to free agency or signed that max contract deal?
Um,
Come on now. Think
do
about it now. If he could have went anywhere he wanted, but he wanted to stay loyal, and sometimes loyalty gets you what?
yeah, yeah.
No,
Uh,
but loyalty is what it
I
is, though.
as a
I
as a
understand.
as a fan, I like it.
Okay,
As a fan, I think we do too much jumping around. I
I
think
get it.
players, um, they try to build too much to try to win. I like the fact that he wanted to stay there and win there. Um, so I can appreciate that. Is that
Okay.
is that the right choice for him? I'm not really sure about that because are they gonna get him enough help to be able to fight for a championship? And that's the key. That's the key, man. That's what's gonna determine if it was a good idea for him, man. And by doing it, I like it. I don't know. I don't think it was a good idea. I think if they don't go after James Harden and bring somebody else there to help Giannis out, I don't. It won't be a good idea for him. It won't be good.
Nah, man. I mean, because nobody really's trying to go there. I mean, if his goal is to either make money, which I understand his background where he came from, so I can't blame him for that,
Mm-hmm.
or to win championships, I think he's gonna need to leave
Yeah, yeah,
because you're gonna need. I mean, you can't. I mean, you're gonna need. So I think maybe one or two more pieces to make it happen, even in the East, especially with the Nets, Boston. Sixers, I mean, they're gonna come strong. They're gonna come and they're gonna bring it. And they're not gonna, especially against him, because they got something to prove against the Bucks.
right. Yeah, yeah. And yeah, the Bucks, man, they need some help. They need some help,
Yeah.
man. And I've been saying this for a minute now. Like the help is probably going to come from Harden, but
Okay.
it looks like Harden may 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 like being in Houston now.
He should. Why
Yeah,
shouldn't he? He got a
he,
good
he,
squad
he
there.
got a good squad, man. They I didn't even realize that Harden is averaging 37 points a game right now.
Yeah, yeah.
37. That's
And then you
man.
got
Boy,
Wall is back. He's picking up the slack. And you got DeMarcus Cousins, and you got your center that's gonna be dominating. I
yeah.
mean, I understand why he want to leave it. I mean, I understand he wants to win a championship. It's gonna be hard in the West.
Hmm.
But because of the Lakers and the Clippers and Phoenix, which I'm just totally shocked about. We're gonna get to the West a little bit later, but I'm totally shocked about the West. The West still looks like it's gonna be the strongest division right now. But like I said, the back to the East, the Toronto Raptors don't look the same, which for some reason I don't understand. I don't know what's going on with them.
Hmm.
And then like you said, we got Boston that trying to pull up the rear, and then the Nets and the Sixers. But I mean, pretty much that's just pretty much the top four right there: the Bucks, the Nets, the Sixers, and Boston.
Hmm.
Because who else would you even give credit to that's gonna be able to make it up
Like
there?
you said, we got Boston. Uh,
Nobody.
Nobody. Yeah.
You can't even think about it because it just racks your brain like, man, what the hell? It's gonna be it's tough in the East, but both conferences are not just exploding.
Hmm.
So it's gonna
Hmm.
be a good NBA season because everybody's pretty much the same right now. We're gonna see what's gonna happen as the year goes on.
Right. Right.
We're gonna
Right.
see what's gonna happen as they play more and more and more and more games, and who want because somebody who wants it the most, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
that's just the
you
bottom
still
line.
got your middle of the pack teams, your
Yeah.
Indiana's, you
Okay.
know, your Cleveland now all of a sudden, your Orlando's.
Okay.
Those are your middle of the pack teams, man.
Okay.
I still believe that Toronto will kind of turn it around. I think
Okay.
they're better than those teams. So I don't see them being out of the run at the end. Um, but I am shocked that like the Charlottes
Yeah.
is as poor as they had a pretty good preseason, so I thought they would be playing a little better. Thought they
I
would take
thought
a
they
little.
would be too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought
but
they would be too.
Lamelo is showing that he's the truth, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
Michael Jordan does finally get some kudos for
Yeah.
hitting when he
Finally.
hit.
Right.
Yeah, Lamelo is the truth. So, and he's not even starting right now. So I
Mm-mm.
think once he gets in that starting lineup, man, you might see a better Charlotte team.
I don't
You might,
understand why he's not starting.
yeah,
That's beyond me too. You picked him one of the top
two,
draft
yeah,
picks.
three, right? Number three, number three.
Yeah, and you're not
Yeah,
starting him. I mean,
yeah,
so what do you really think about him? If unless you're trying to get him, but he played overseas, so it's
yeah.
not like he's not used to playing professional basketball.
Right, right,
Now he's just coming in from college.
right, right.
That's a big difference.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Lamelo's ready, man. He's ready. He's ready for the league. The lights aren't too bright for him, and yeah, he's ready to do it, man. So I think you might as well go ahead and throw him out there.
I think so too.
He's not
Shoot.
a selfish player. He's a pass first point guard. Um, and the boy can shoot. He can shoot the three.
Yeah, yes,
So
sir.
I definitely think they should throw him in there, man.
They should make
Um,
it happen, man.
yeah,
I mean, what do you got to lose, man?
yeah.
I mean, they're already picked it. Have they even picked them for the A Charlotte for the A seed, or what seed do you think they're even gonna make?
It's they would have to knock out like a Cleveland, because I think Cleveland is probably going to end up falling out of the the top five spots, six seven spots. So I think they'll be fighting for a playoff spot at the end of the season. So I think you have those teams fighting for a spot, man. Your Charlottes, your Clevelands, your uh who else over there in the East? Um, even the Pistons, like even Detroit Pistons, man. You'll
Okay,
have
we
them
forgot
fighting.
about the Heat. We
Yeah.
forgot about the Heat now.
Oh, the Heat. That's another one who is
Yeah,
not
we forgot
playing
about the
well.
Heat.
They're
I
not
mean,
playing well.
no,
They're I think they have one win. I think it is. Um,
they're not
and
playing like last year, man.
uh, and we got to remember last year they didn't come on towards until the end of the season. They was kind of
Yeah,
struggling in the beginning
until
of
they
the
got into
season.
the bubble. Until they
Yeah,
got
then
into the bubble.
they started going on a little run. So it's it's the Heat, and you got to think too. The Heat didn't get that time off like everybody else. They're like the Lakers. They didn't get a lot of time off, and
No, they didn't.
then when they were playing, they were playing with injured players. So their players didn't get a chance to really work out. They was trying to heal up their injuries during the break, and then they tried to
Yeah,
come back and play. So um, I think your boy only shot the ball 5 times yesterday. Butler. So they they'll be ready when the time comes, man.
you
They
think they're
just
gonna be ready? Okay,
huh,
you think they're
what?
gonna be ready?
Yeah, they'll be ready. They have too good of a team, man. Too good of
Okay,
a team and too good of a coach not to be ready when it's time. When it's go time, the Heat will be in the mix. So
okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. All right, I'm going to hold on to my comments about the Sixers in Atlanta. We're going to wait on that.
Okay, okay, okay. The 1 and 2 teams
One and
in
two,
the
so you
East
can't
right
really
now.
say nothing right
Yeah.
now because I understand you can't really say nothing right now. But I give Atlanta something. They're doing a lot better than I thought they would do.
Yeah.
With Rondo there, I guess he's trying to get them in the form they need. He's being the guidance that they need. So like I said, I'm going to hold my comments for right now. We're going to see
Okay.
what's happening, but they are playing pretty decent.
Yeah. Okay.
I cannot take that from them. I mean, you got to get credit where credit is due.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All
I mean,
right, man. So let's jump over, man, to this NFL.
let's do it.
Um, so it's the playoff run, man,
Yes,
and
sir.
the boys have
Yes, sir.
opportunity to make the playoffs.
Yes,
If
sir.
we win, we have Philly
We,
win, and your boys are in. We'll be on a 4-game winning streak.
yes,
Um,
sir.
but
But
we have the Philadelphia Eagles
mhm.
sitting out 9 players.
they're not trying to
Nine,
win.
9 players. Um, Fletcher Cox, uh, Dallas
Really?
Goddard. Yeah. But Fletcher got hurt last game.
Yeah, but
So
still.
um, Fletcher Cox, Dallas Goddard. Um, I think, well, this helps us out. I think. Well, no, this kind of hurts us.
Yeah,
Um, who else? Oh, one of their tackles. So they're sitting down some key players, but they're not sitting down Graham and they're not
okay.
sitting down Hurts. So that lends me to think that they're not really trying to give this game away. If you're trying to get a game away, you
Okay.
don't play Carson Wentz. But Carson Wentz is a healthy scratch.
Now, do you think he really wants to play? Do you think he really give a pushback if they say, "Okay, Carson, we're gonna let you come in this game and see what you can do"? Do you think he'd be like, "Nah, man, I'm already over here"? Because the reports that he's already a selfish player as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, we don't know him personally, so we don't know exactly what's going on with him. But
Right, right.
do you think he would go out there and give 100% if they put him in there anyways?
I think so. I think he has to make so you got he has to make himself look good.
Okay,
So at this point, he's not looking great, you know. So I think any chance he gets to go out there and improve himself, and maybe to this team now, or maybe to somebody else's team, but he has to be able to prove that he can do it, man. And I think that would have gave him an opportunity, but them not even giving him an opportunity is showing me that they're not really trying to lose this game. I think
I hope you're right.
you have some key players that give it everything they have. And like I said,
Yeah,
Graham is one of the players, and Hurts is trying to solidify himself as that star for that team, for that
yeah,
franchise quarterback for that team. So he's not going to go out there and try to lose this game. He's
yeah.
going to give
I
it.
agree. I agree. Coming
So
off the losses, he really has something to prove.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely,
coming off the
absolutely.
losses, he got something to prove. I think for himself, inside, if he's a true football player and wants to become the leader of this team,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of what the circumstances is, you have to come in there and show what you got and what you made of, regardless
Mm-hmm.
of regardless of who you don't have or who you don't, or what everybody else thinks. You got to show proof to yourself that
Mm-hmm.
I want this team. I want to be the quarterback. I'm coming in here to win this game, regardless of what anybody else thinks or
Yeah,
says.
absolutely, absolutely. Um, so I actually see Philly giving Washington that L, man. I know Alex Smith is supposed to be playing for Washington, and
What?
Gibbs, yeah, Alex Smith's playing, Gibson's playing, and McLaurin. They're all playing. Uh, I don't think they're
Alex
healthy.
Smith's not gonna be able to move in the pocket.
There you go. They're not healthy. So Washington is desperate, man. They're trying to get this win by any means necessary, and I think they're sending players out there that are not ready to play.
They get that boy hurt more than he was last time, man. That's gonna be on them, bro. Because if
Yeah,
he's not
yeah,
ready, man,
yeah.
how far could you actually think you're gonna go anyway? I
Anyway,
mean, Washington's good. They got the good front four. I'll give you that when it comes to defensive line.
right.
But how many points has Dallas has been scoring in the last 3 games, man? We've been putting it up there, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
We've
yeah,
been doing it.
yeah. So
It's
yeah,
not
I
the
think
fact that, yeah, go ahead.
yeah. So yeah, I think them even even them trying to win, I don't think it's going to be enough. Like you said, man. I think with the way that they've been playing, and I think that team is down spiraling right now.
Okay.
And it all came from them and their quarterback and the released quarterback now. I think
Yeah.
that I think all that plays into the psyche of the team. I think the team psyche right now is not playoff ready psyche. Like you
Mhm.
have to be in playoff mind. You don't get in the playoffs and then get in the playoff mind. You're already
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the playoff state of mind. They're not in it. So I don't think you can just turn it on. You know, it's not a light switch. You just can't flip it on and off.
And
So
he hasn't been playing, so he has to come out there. And why would you even? Okay, so if you think about it, start at the beginning of next season, Alex Smith is going to be your star. So why even put him in that position to get hurt if you know you're going to start him next season? You
now
know what I'm saying?
that's probably another subject there. Will he be the
I
starter
mean,
next
think
year?
about it. Think
Will he?
about it.
You know that there's hearing or not hearing. They're talking, and it's rumors, of course. You know that they will try to go after Dak if the Cowboys.
What? But
Yes.
you know what? I can't blame him. Because right now, like I said, think about this. I mentioned this to you before, and some people may agree with me, some people may not agree with me, but this is just my opinion. Just hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
If your boy wins this game today and wins one playoff game, okay, do you think they're gonna give Dak a hard time for signing his contract because they think the backup is gonna be all they need to put a couple more pieces around the backup and they have something there? Or do you think it's gonna be the opposite? Even though Dalton wins this game today and wins one playoff game, do you think they're still gonna be going after that and make sure he signs that 5 year contract? Because all they want is 5 years. That's what the whole thing is about. It's 5 years.
Right.
Dak wants 4, they want 5,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean that's the whole problem, which I don't understand because Dak should have went on and took the 5. He should have took 4, made the 5 year option to
Mm-hmm.
opt out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still technically 5, but that 5th year, put on your contract that you can opt out.
Mm-hmm.
And they still would, and then they got that $102 million guarantee that they offered him in the first place.
Yeah.
But now if Dalton shows out, God forbid he wins a playoff game, then they're not gonna. I'm telling you though. I'm telling you.
You don't think
Right now, what do
so?
we set at the 15th pick? We set at the
Uh,
15th pick right now, right?
right. Right. So I don't see anything changing. Even if they did go far with Dalton, I don't see them that changing how they feel about Dak. I think
Okay.
I personally still think Dak is their guy. Like I said, I think they built this team around Dak. They built this team for Dak. Um, so I don't see that changing, even if Dan Andy does go out there and play phenomenal. Um, I think everything Andy does right now is for Andy. Is
Okay.
for because they're not gonna get that money to Andy. You know what I mean? They're not gonna give Andy.
Uh-huh.
They're gonna try to keep him at the minimum, but Andy can go somewhere else and make more money.
Yes, sir. Jaguars, a couple
Yeah,
other places that can go,
yeah.
man.
So he will definitely everything that Andy does from this point on is for Andy. It has no uh, bearing on what Dak will get or if they will stay with Dak. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Okay. All right, G. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, G.
So
Let's
and then
go ahead.
so also what makes me think that Dak is the guy, they just extended Kellen Moore.
Really?
Yes. So the OC who was had an opportunity to go to um had an opportunity to go to Boise State for the head coaching job has received the bag. Jerry Jones has paid this man. Uh, I'm not sure the amount of the money, but he's paid him enough where he doesn't have to go.
Well, Kevin Moore, I don't think he wants to go anyways. Okay, some people are built for college, man, and some coaches are not built for college.
Uh huh.
Right now, he's trying to sustain his legacy in the NFL because he has not really been that bad of offensive coordinator, but he still needs to make some changes, man. He still needs to run some more play action
Mm-hmm.
with Dak when Dak comes back, rolling out the pocket because Dak was better, had better passing rating when he's rolling out the pocket and hitting people wide open. He has all the weapons to do it. So if
Mm-hmm.
he tweaks what he needs to tweak, I think he'd rather become a head coach in the NFL, which I don't blame him one bit,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
than go try to be a head coach in college and go all over the country trying to recruit during the pandemic that's going on,
Right.
which you have to be understandable about. I mean,
Right.
he's probably getting paid the same amount as a college head coach right now,
Mm-hmm.
so I don't blame him. I wouldn't go anywhere. I would try to perfect my craft as an offensive coordinator and get a big job. Cause look at Eric Bieniemy. Do you think
Uh
he's
huh.
going to be an offensive coordinator by next year? I don't think so.
No, I think he's gonna be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah,
I
I think so
I
too.
think he'll be a head coach somewhere. Um, I think uh, I think Kellen staying, like you said, staying in Dallas gives him a better opportunity of being a head coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I do agree with that. I think you give him a couple more years, man. Like you said, he has been progressing a lot better as an OC, and I think he will definitely um, eventually get that opportunity to be a head coach, man, in this league by staying with the Cowboys. So I
I
think that,
agree.
but I think that that plays on to what Dak needed. Dak wanted
Yeah,
Kellen Moore.
yeah,
That's his guy, you know.
yeah,
So that's the relationship he has. So that's what makes me once again think that no matter what goes on, Dak is the guy for him, you know,
yeah.
because because of that. So um, yeah, I'm okay with Kellen Moore. A lot of folks wanted Kellen Moore to leave. A lot of fans wanted Kellen Moore to go to Boise State. They weren't happy with what he's been doing, and they wanted to see Mike McCarthy take over the play calling duties. But I think he's done an admirable job, man. I think he's learned a lot on the fly. But I think overall he's done what it takes, man, to get this offense rolling. I would like to see us do a little better in the red zone, of course, but I think he
Yeah.
gets a little cute in the red zone. I would like him just to find ways to feed Zeke in the red zone more so than all this cute stuff that he's doing. But besides that, man, I'm happy with what Kellen Moore does.
Okay. All right. All right. Defensive coordinator.
All right, now I know a lot of people want to get
Come
rid of
on
him.
now.
A lot of people want to get rid of him. I like him. I think once the defensive players started to buy in and started to listen and stop doing their own thing, the same thing they was doing with the Marinelli defense, doing their own thing. We heard a lot of that the year before, that they just go out there and do their own thing. Once they stopped doing that, the defense started playing better. Now, we still give up a ton of yards. Yeah, we do. But I think we have that whole break but don't bend but don't break mentality.
Yeah.
And and our point total has gone down. We was at 36. I think we're at 25 now.
Okay.
So and I'm okay with that. I'm okay, and our turnover ratio has gone up. So I'm okay with what he's doing, and I say give him another year, man. I don't want to go through another defensive coordinator and having these guys try to learn something else. We saw the struggles that they had already trying to learn this. Now to go back and try to learn somebody else's system, I don't want to do that to this defense,
Okay.
man.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts on it?
Okay. Well, uh, I think they're trying to pick up the defense a little bit better now. It's starting to show because we're stopping people more than we've been in the first couple of weeks of the NFL season.
Uh-huh.
And we are going on a winning streak. And we're not going on a winning streak if we're letting our the opponent outscore us.
Right.
So we were getting a lot of turnovers. We were doing good on special teams. So if they can sustain it, then I think you got to give somebody. I think, my personal opinion, give somebody at least 2 years.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
At least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the first year is always, especially when I'm this first year, it's always going to be a challenge. New
Mm-hmm.
team, new concept. It's going to take people to buy in, players to buy in. So let's give
Mm-hmm.
them one more year, and then we can go from there.
Right. I
So
agree.
let's keep them around and see what happens and see what we do in the draft because our main priority is defense. Now, if we
Right.
get some dogs on top of what we get, especially in the safety and corner positions,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
what's hurt.
Okay. Give me some players on the defensive side, just on the defensive side that you are comfortable keeping for next season.
Oh, Jackrabbit, easy. Lee, easy. Lawrence, easy. Um, they're doing their thing. They're trying to come together and do what they need to do.
Okay.
Now, I mean, like I said, we got one good corner, and I just think we need to especially look at some well, our safety position. We need to address. I think we need to address our safety position,
Okay. Okay.
and there's some good ones coming out of Ohio State, Alabama, and Clemson have some great safeties that are going to be in the draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then cornerbacks, we might have to look a couple different places. Um, Even if we had to go to Louisville, this is a good corner in Louisville. Even if we have to go to, I haven't really checked out Notre Dame. Uh, I don't see good defense players coming out of Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
But if we can get that down, then if we could just get somebody to hold up to the past, we need some lockdown corners, man. I know we're not gonna get Revis or Camardi or anybody like that. I understand that.
Mm,
Those are once in a lifetime players.
mm,
But if we get somebody just to hold up enough to get our pass rush to get through, because our pass rush is our bread and butter right now. Our
right.
linebackers and our defensive line. If we can just get some people just to hold up and
Mm,
stay man the covers for them to get the rush on, then dog, we good.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. I like what you're saying, but I like Diggs.
Diggs is good.
I like
Yeah.
Diggs. I like I like Jordan Lewis.
Okay.
I want to keep Jordan Lewis there. I like Donovan Wilson at a safety, man. I think Donovan Wilson is a special
You think he's
player,
gonna
dog.
step his game up? You think he's gonna
Yeah,
step his game up? I mean, today, when we need all of them today, I'm not worried about Diggs, but everybody else, she said, he think they're gonna step their game up today.
I
Even
do.
though, even though with your boy back there that can't move, he should be a sitting target in New York.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
should be a sitting target.
Um, they so your boy Wilson, man, he's a ball hawk. The man is always around the ball. He's always causing turnovers. He's a little suspect in coverage, but
That's what we need, though. That's
I,
what we need.
but I think he makes enough plays
Okay.
um, to I can deal with that. I can deal with that. I think we need somebody on the side of him. I think we need another safety on the side of him. But I think he needs to be a fixture for this team. I think Donovan Wilson is one. I think he's a starter. I know a lot of
Okay.
people don't think he's a starter. I think he's shown he's only in the second year, and he's shown his ability to make plays, to turn the ball over, to come and make tackles. He's done everything that you need at that safety position, man. So I definitely like him. I definitely want him to be there again. I definitely want Jay Lou to be there. I think Jay Lou is a very good slot corner,
Okay.
and honestly, the guy who's kind of selling me now all of a sudden, and my take on him is kind of changed, is Anthony
Mhm.
Brown.
Okay.
Um,
Brown, really?
yeah, Anthony Brown has over the last couple weeks has kind of turned me into that guy who says we may need him on the team. Um,
Okay.
I know we'll lose Cheeto next year.
Mm-hmm.
I think you let Cheeto go test the market and let him go. If he doesn't find anything, bring him back on the cheap contract. I can do that. But
Okay.
I would like AB, I would like Diggs, and I would like Lou to be there. And of
Okay.
course, you know Randy Gregory, Tank Law, Van Der Esch. I'm still not big on Jalen Smith.
Really?
The Tasmanian Devil, man. I don't think he's a starter, man. I
O-
think he yeah, I think he needs to come off the bench. I'm not big on Jalen Smith.
Okay.
He's
So, what do you think we should do about Sean Lee?
Sean Lee needs to go into coaching. I think Sean is done. Sean Sean is a leader, definitely, man. I think he turned that game around last week with his conversation to the team. But I definitely believe that his days of playing are behind him now.
Okay.
I think this should be his last season. I think if you want to bring in a linebackers coach, um, eventually turn into a defensive coordinator, I think Sean Lee's your guy.
Okay. All right.
Sean Lee's your guy.
Questions. Let's get into this right now. Questions. I got a couple cards and questions for you right now. Okay. So you know that Julio and your boy Matty Ice are been on the trading block all this season. So where do you think Matty Ice should go? You think Matty Ice should go to the Colts or to the Patriots?
Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah, I think your boy Belichick can use a Matt Ryan, and they have a great offensive line up there to keep him standing on his feet.
So you think
Um,
he can resurrect his career in New England?
and not so much resurrect because I think he's on the tail end of his career, but
Mm-hmm.
I think they can be successful with a Matt Ryan over there in New England. I think
Okay.
I think he can build that offense around him. Um, he can get the ball out quick when need be, and you can mm, you can make enough plays for your boy to be successful out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely.
Okay. All right.
Julio, I was
Mm-hmm.
seeing my boy Cam he posted something the other day about trading Julio and their tackle um, Matthews and the first round pick to move up to get Justin Fields.
Okay. That
Um,
sounds like a plan. That's
that's
not a bad idea.
that's not a bad idea. I just don't know if Julio is that guy anymore.
Well,
I
they
think
say
that
change of scenery is a lot, man.
I think the injuries and it's not as talent. I think it's his injuries. I think it's like Odell Beckham.
Okay.
Um, OBJ is a dynamic player, but can he play a whole 16 games? You know, or can he play 12? Like,
Okay.
people who run as fast as Julio and OBJ run, they're always gonna have soft tissue injuries. They're always gonna have
Yeah.
hammies. They're always gonna
Yeah.
have stuff like that. So they're gonna miss so many games with that, man. And I don't know if it's worth it to give up anything for that or anything
Okay.
as high. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
sir.
I think Julio can help a team out, but Julio's not that number one receiver anymore. Um, so
Okay. So who was not number one? So who you think the best number one receiver in the league?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay. What about your boy from Green Bay? You know he's number one in everything now.
Yeah. He's he's number. I put him in the top five, but only I picked DeAndre because DeAndre has done it with any and everybody. It doesn't
Okay.
matter. It doesn't matter who it is at quarterback. He
Okay.
produces. Um, and I hate to discredit, not even discredit, but take any credit away from Devontae Adams
Mhm.
because he's going with the probably the what
Mhm.
one of the best ever to
Yep.
do it. But
Yes, sir.
you know, um, and he makes everybody look good. Like
Sir.
it seems like
I hate to say
he'll
that,
make it.
man. You know, I hate to say that now. I don't
Yeah,
want my wife
yeah,
to be saying that because she'll be here talking junk.
yeah,
Green Bay fan. I'm trying to hear that stuff today.
yeah,
Anyway.
yeah. He makes everybody look good. Like no names, he makes a name out of them.
Yes, sir.
So that's why, that's why I kind of put Hopkins first. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, Devontae Adams is a monster, man. Um,
Okay.
I would love to see how he is with somebody else, though.
Yes, sir.
You know, I would love to see how
Sir.
if
Yes, sir.
he'll still be that same monster.
Me too.
Yeah.
All right, G. We ready for
So,
G's picks? We about to do G's picks right now.
all
It's
right,
about
let's
to be
get it.
one
Let's get
o'clock,
it.
so let's do G's picks. So I'm gonna give G some teams. We're gonna see what his point spread is. We're gonna see what's going on, and we're gonna see what G thinks. Okay, here we go. Number one, Dallas versus New York. Who you got and by how many points?
Um, I got the Cowboys. Um, the Cowboys are going to win by uh 10 to 14 points. I'm trying to. Okay, my bad. Hold on here. 10 to 14 points. So my mom said we getting comments, dog, but I can't see them.
I can't see him either. I was thinking about should I hit the chat, but I don't know if that's gonna cut us off or not. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
can't.
if I should hit chat. I
Uh,
can't see him either.
I can't see the comments. I'm sorry, y'all. If y'all are commenting, I can't even see any of them, y'all.
No, I can't see him either.
I apologize.
I can't see him either, man. I don't. I was trying to figure out how to get to the comments,
Let me
but
see.
nothing's happening.
No, yeah, nothing. I can't see any comments on here. Um, oh, we got 8. Oh, okay. Dang, my bad. So we got a whole bunch of people commenting, dog.
Now I can't
Hey,
see him on the. I can't see
yeah,
him either, man.
I can see you on Facebook, but I can't see y'all on my webcall. So I apologize. Um, and what we'll do, I'll go back to all these questions that you all have, Stanley, Philip, um, Michael, Big Don. I'm gonna go back to these, man, as we go through these picks. My apologies, y'all. My apologies. All right, let's get it.
Okay, all right. Next one, we have Atlanta versus Tampa Bay.
All right. Oh, that's easy. Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has to win this game, man. For position, for playoff positioning. So they want to stay
How
in that
many
five spot.
points? How many points you got?
This is going to be Atlanta defense played well last week
Yeah.
against Kansas City, surprisingly. So I'm definitely going to go. Let's go 4-6. 4-6. Tampa
Okay.
Bay.
So you got it as a close game.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go 4-6 on that one. Okay. Next game, Minnesota versus Detroit.
Okay. Minnesota versus Detroit. Two teams that are playing horrible. Um, they're both playing for nothing. I think I think my boy Mike Zimmer might be playing for his job.
Hmm.
Um, so I'm gonna have to go with Minnesota, just so Mike can keep his job, and that's gonna be a 1 to 3 point game.
Okay. Okay. We got that one. Next one, Miami versus Buffalo.
Miami Buffalo. Buffalo is not playing Jonathan. I mean Allen, man. So um, I think Miami gonna pull this out. I think Miami needs to win this game. If they win,
They do.
they're
They go
in.
to the playoffs.
Yeah, they win, they're in. So they definitely want to go ahead and win this game, man. Um, so yeah, I'm going with them, and that's going to be another close one, 4-6 though.
Okay. 4-6. Okay. Next one, Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
Um, Cleveland. I think Cleveland get their receivers back. They got their running game going. Uh, Pittsburgh is playing um, a bunch of backups. They are sitting a
Yeah.
bunch of players, man. So um,
Okay.
they definitely uh, willingly give this game up. So my boy Mike Franklin said that Allen is playing. I thought he was gonna
No,
sit out.
he's no, he's no, no, he's playing. You say Mike Franklin?
Yeah.
Mike
Mike Franklin.
Franklin.
Mike
He
Franklin.
finally on social media.
Yeah. No. He on YouTube. He watching on YouTube.
All right, what's up, Mike?
Yeah.
All right, last one. Green Bay versus Chicago.
um, Green Bay has to win this game, and Chicago has to win this game. This is gonna be a good one, man.
Yes, sir.
Green Bay wants to that maintain that number 1 seed in the NFC, man, and get that bye week the first week. So they're gonna be playing hard, and Chicago needs to win to get in. And if
Okay.
they don't win, they need help. So they have been playing well,
Okay.
and
You got.
I
Everything you picked. I got to.
okay. I think Chicago is the hungrier team, and I'm gonna pick Chicago to win this game, man.
What?
I'm picking
What?
I'm picking
Ah,
Chicago to win it.
man.
I'm picking
Oh,
Chicago
you
with
go
the
to the
upset.
monkey wrench or something like that,
Yeah,
right? Oh, come
I'm
on,
picking
man.
Chicago with the upset.
Come on, man. See, I didn't pick that. See, that man. See,
The,
we supposed to be on the same page, bro. What's up with that? You just can't throw a monkey wrench in at the last minute.
Look,
Talk about
I
that give that whole comment that at the end say, "Well, I'm going with Chicago."
yeah,
What?
I had
Oh,
to,
okay,
man.
okay.
I had to go with that. I think they're hungry, man. I think they're desperate, and I think they have figured something out. I think Chicago
Oh
I think
man.
the Chicago
Oh,
team is going to surprise some teams, man. And if I think the Cowboys are going to make the playoffs and make a run in the playoffs, I'm gonna need Chicago to do their part. So Chicago got
that
to
is
figure,
true.
yeah,
That
Chicago
that
figure
is
play
true.
some teams for me. So
Because if Chicago wins, that means Green Bay is not going to get the number one seed.
right, Right.
That means we
And
don't have to go
New
through Green
Orleans,
Bay.
I think New Orleans will get it. New Orleans,
Yeah, New Orleans will
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I
So
have a better chance of going to New Orleans playing in the dome than playing in Green Bay in the snow.
there you go. There you go. There you go.
So you're right about that. All right, man. Let's get to I can't see the comments, man, unless I go back to Facebook since we're on
Yeah.
this
So
thing. But
I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna go over the comments with you right now. So
okay.
my boy, hey y'all, like I said, we apologize, man. We couldn't see him on our screen, but I do have it here on my phone, man. So we're gonna go through these comments. Phil, I appreciate you watching, Big Dog. Uh, Mike, I appreciate you watching. Big Don and Stan, I appreciate y'all, dog. So Philip asks, man, Colin Sexton showed out on land. I think he's here. Yeah, he's from here. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely, man. And he also says Markel Fultz is coming into his own in Orlando. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he's playing a lot better since he got out of the Sixers. I think it was a lot of pressure for him being in Philly with the fans because the fans cause a lot of drama with players that come in there. So I
Uh huh.
think he's comfortable, he's relaxed, and his squad believes in him. His coach believes in him. He's not under a lot of pressure because there's not big Simmons and Embiid there to overshadow what he's doing. So I think that he's going to relax and become a better player, man. I think he's going to do good out there.
Yeah, I think, like you said, that change of scenery, man, is one that really helped him out a lot.
Yeah,
Coming in there as the number one pick, that, like you said, that was a lot of pressure, man.
a lot of pressure, man.
Philly fans is hard. It's hard.
Yes.
They're hard to please, and it's not for everybody. That
Mm-mm.
Philly that
No,
that
sir.
Philly that Philly fan base is not for everybody, man.
No,
You
sir.
gotta be a special person, man, like an Iverson to be able to get
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, but I think that him going to Orlando, man, was the best thing for him. It
Yes,
was
sir.
definitely the best thing for him, man. And he's actually he's
He's
coming into his
thriving,
own.
man.
So Phil, you are right, dog. You are right. I don't think he would ever be that player in Philly, like you said,
No, sir.
because you have Ben Simmons there, who needs the ball. You know,
Yes.
so it doesn't bode well for a
Foles is playing better
Markel
as a
folks.
point guard in Orlando because they need his aggressiveness and they need him to do a lot better than him with Ben Simmons. Because, like you said, Ben Simmons gets the ball more, so he never really had a chance to show what he could do. So it probably was frustrating for him as a player.
Right. Absolutely. 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 Um. So Big Phil again asks, what you think about Golden State and Curry?
Uh, Curry can't do it, man. I'm sorry. People might think I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Lakers fan, but I don't think Curry can take this team to the playoffs by himself.
Mm-hmm.
He needs his partner. He needs
Yeah.
his partner.
Yeah.
He
I,
needs him. And
he definitely needs some help, man. But I think his team is still super young.
yeah,
Yeah, they're still super
yeah,
young, man, and I think they will. He will get that team turned around. You see, Draymond came back the other night, man, and they played a lot better. They played a
yes,
lot better. It's gonna be tough for him to make a playoff run.
yes.
Um, but I think they're gonna play better. I think they can try to fight for that 8 seed.
I don't know, man. I mean, look at the Kings. Who thought
Yeah,
the Kings would be doing what they were doing, dude?
right.
I
Yeah,
mean, you
yeah,
gotta think about it. The West is tough this year, man.
yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right. So, um, and then he said Toronto lost way too much over the last 2 years, man.
Yeah,
Uh, he's right. They
he's right.
lost some key backup players.
Yeah,
Um, so they
right.
are they are kind of a shell of their themselves, man. So
Yeah,
you might be
right.
right. So them actually battling for a playoff position, man, is going to be tough. It's going to be
Yeah,
tough for them, man. So that position that they were in is up in the air. It's up
yes,
in the
sir.
air, man. So
Yes,
absolutely.
sir. You're right about that.
So hey, y'all, like I
Yeah,
said, we do apologize, man,
yeah, we
for
apologize.
not being able to see your questions, but I have it now on my phone, and I'll be able to watch it as well. Man, we
Okay,
appreciate you all watching the show, man. Appreciate you all
yes, sir.
checking in. Hey man, we love y'all. We're gonna be back on again tonight for the post game after
Yes, sir.
the 4 o'clock game, the last 4 o'clock game. So
Okay.
30 minutes after that last 4 o'clock game, Mike and myself will be on. We're talking with G man, and
Yes, sir.
we will go over the games. We'll see where we are, as far as playoff positions for everybody, and we'll talk a little bit about that, man. We thank you,
All right,
Mike
man.
Prince. Dog, I love you, man. I appreciate you
Love
doing
you
the
too,
show,
bro.
man. Great show, man. Thank
Great
y'all
show.
for following. Remember to like, subscribe, and follow on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Hey, man,
You
we'll see
got
y'all on the day, baby. Love y'all.
it. Love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.